Welcome to the show, episode 34. And we gonna talk about, top 5 Earth killers from space. Like I said, this is the crazy shit channel, baby. You dig? Let's go.
You got a problem with the what?
Everybody, thank you for listening. I'm your host once again, Lenny Reed, and I just want to thank everybody that take their time out to listen to this channel or this podcast. I appreciate it. It's a lot out there. Shit, it's a lot. So if you came to mind, cheers up. Thank you for listening. And I hope you can take something away from what I talk about, or, laugh, or even learn something. That'd be cool. Like, oh shit, I didn't know that. If I can at least get 10 of them, like 10, I never knew that, I'll be all right. I'll be cool. So thank you for coming to the channel. I want to thank everybody out there. People that's still on furlough. I hope everything get in line for you. The people that's about to go into foreclosure. It's not your fault. You did nothing wrong in this situation. And, I lost a friend, Chris Leach, probably like a couple months ago, right? And I think I spoke about this already, but I'm going to speak about it again. Everything was next month, next year, 2 years from now, everything was a nice distance away. But he never got to see any of those goals that he had set forth, So that changed my life. Right now, I get shit done. I'm not pushing nothing back. If I can physically do it now, I'm going to do it now. And that's how I get through life. This is how I do it. I have a close goal and a far goal. Once I get to my close goal, I get another close goal. But that far goal is always in the distance. And that's the grand finale right there. So I keep knocking down the short goals, knocking them down, and it keeps me busy. It keeps life going. It keeps life interesting. That's all. Have fun. Fuck it, man. If you want to go spend all your money on a Hellcat, do it. All right? If you don't got money for rent, fuck it. It's like, no, John. Pay that rent, dog. Pay that rent. But anyway, today, hold up. You know what? I don't know if I'm dehydrated. It's like when you drink water and you still thirsty. I mean, I can drink a gallon of water and I'm still thirsty. When I pee, the shit it look like orange juice. It's like, no, I don't lie. No, it look normal. But I'm always thirsty after I drank cup after cup. Maybe, you know what? Maybe it's because the water is cold. I like ice cold water. Maybe I need like room temperature water. Shit, the sink water, not even room temperature water. But anyway, this particular show that I'm doing today is about top 5 Earth busters. Now, when I say Earth busters, I don't mean an earthquake. I don't mean anything that Earth can do. Tsunami, tornado, hurricane. No. That's light work, son. I'm talking about big boy shit from space. Because we just, in the sea of space, we just a grain of sand. A grain of fucking sand. Oh, but we so special, right? but we're just a grain of sand. And do you know our big brother, which is Jupiter? That's our big brother. The shit eats up asteroids and comets and all kind of shit, and it keep whatever coming our way from hitting us because it has a heavy gravitational pull. So next time you drinking, pour one out for Jupiter, yo, because that's our big brother. That saving our life. You know what I mean? Really saving our life out there. So when I mean planet busters, I'm talking about something big. Something that probably you will have no warning. Maybe a couple weeks warning, but that's not shit. Now, do you think if something was to happen or something was coming, right, from space, do you think, and it was a earth buster, it was a fucking earth buster, do you think NASA and the government would tell us, even though it's intimate that it would hit the earth and it will probably destroy 99% of life? You think NASA would tell us? I'll give you a hint. No, they won't. Why? That's like telling your kids, you get home, all your kids is happy because that's the day to go to Orlando. We don't go to Orlando, to Disney World, right? And you and your wife, you already know, y'all ain't going. Some other shit came up. You just don't tell the kids, we not going to Disney World. You sort of like play the day out, Go to the car and say the car don't start. You disconnect the battery chain, the battery terminal, right? Then everybody get in the car. We put in the suitcase in the car and everything, and then you go to turn the ignition, and the car don't start. You start banging on the steering wheel. The kid's like, "What's wrong, Daddy?" Damn, we can't go to Disney World now. The car don't start. You get mad. You act like you crying, and your daughter like, "What's wrong, Daddy?" You be like, I just wanted y'all to have the best, the best vacation with Disney. You start crying. You gotta start crying to make it play out right. And then she say, "It's okay, Daddy. We'll go some other time." Then you just wipe your fake tears, and then everybody go in the house. That's how you do it. You don't just say, "We're not going to Disney World because our bank account got messed up," or "we had to pay an extra mortgage," or some shit like that. You don't do it that way. Okay, let's get to it. Number 5, baby. Number 5. Okay. The number 5 is an asteroid. Now, asteroids come in all different shapes and sizes. Peanut shape, building shape, motherfucking whole city shape. They come in different levels, different sizes, and the material is different. You got some that's fucking solid steel. You got some that's, sort of compressed rock and all other kind of debris. But the sneaky thing about asteroids is you really can't detect them because they do not reflect light. So you cannot detect them until it's too late. Now, just say, and the smart guys, the scientists, NASA, whoever, JPL, whoever, will be able to calculate the trajectory of this asteroid. And they will have a good idea when it's going to hit and where it's going to hit. And the size of it, they also can calculate if it's going to be, half the population or the whole fucking planet wrinkle up. They will know that. Now, like I said, what they tell? No. You got to understand. Size is really, you think for an asteroid to really do damage, it have to be the size of a city. That's not true. The asteroid that killed the dinosaurs was only 6 miles wide, 6 miles long. And it was enough to change the climate, messed food up. It did a lot of things. It was mainly a slow death. But there's asteroids that's way bigger than that. I'm saying 100 miles wide, 200 miles wide. If something like that hit, it would basically, just the sight. If it hit on the other side of the planet, you probably would feel it. If you don't feel it, if you at a distance that you can see, like at the top of a mountain, let's say you hiking somewhere, and you can see a long distance, right? You will actually see that air catching on fire as it's coming towards you. You don't run. Why run? You ain't gonna get nowhere. Just look at it, enjoy it, and say, damn, this is it. You smile, you look at your loved one, nice kiss on the lips, and ashes to ashes, baby. Because that's what's going to happen. So, they always out there. Now, you have a few that, touched down in Russia, and, a lot of people hurt, knocked out a lot, and that shit didn't even hit the ground. And, knocked out windows for miles. And that was a small one. So we talk about the big boy busters. Best case scenario that it hits in the water, like the ocean. And I think that would calm down the fire aspect of it. But you will have probably a mile high. I just want to give a disclaimer. I'm not a scientist. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. But just bear with me. You might have a mild high wave going in all directions. Now, a wave like that probably would get far. Shit. If it was the Atlantic Ocean, a wave like that would probably. I'm not. You know what? It's probably more than a mile high. But it's gonna be so much water displacement, right? That it will probably get inland as far as South Carolina. Can you imagine something so big hitting the ocean, displacing so much water that the water can get far inland as South Carolina? Now, Florida, forget about it. You out of here. New York, New Jersey, oh, mom, my family. All of that underwater. And I'm not just saying underwater. Water is going to be coming in so fast. Fast water is powerful. Okay? It's going to be knocking everything down. Now, the rest of the people will go through the whole thing, because even if it hit the ocean, it still would, knock up so much dirt and crust from the earth into the sky that crust will wrap around the earth, blocking out the light, killing vegetation, killing, all kind of animals, and then, so on and so forth, and night. That would probably be the best scenario out of the 5, just because size matters in this. Okay? You can have something that can just damage a city, or you can have something with a size that can damage half of the planet instantly, and the other half slowly dies. So that's the scary aspect of that. All right? So that's asteroids right there. Number 4, comet. Now, I remember way back in the 80s, not sure when, but I remember when Halley's Comet came. And I think it was a big thing. And you know what? That movie, who remember that scary movie that came out? I think it was something like Zombies, but it was Night of the Comet or something like that. I think it was Night of the Comet. and everybody disappeared when a comet passed by, except a few amount of people. So I think it was Night of the Comet. You probably check that out. But all right, now Halley's Comet is on a is it's on an orbit with the sun. Okay, an elongated orbit, meaning it goes all the way out, loops back, and comes back. And that orbit is around 75-year orbit. Okay. Oh, somebody at my front door. Wonder who that is. Anyway, it's not my problem. 75 years loop. So I remember that comet, I think in the 80s, mid 80s. So the next time that comet would come around would be 2062. I don't know if I'm gonna be around in 2062, but that's the next time. But in the course of this, orbit, it could adjust its course. It's a possibility. Just say it comes by something big out there, right? And it sort of adjusts its orbit, and on its wrap around in 2062, the comet is in a direct path to Earth. Now, comets are way bigger than asteroids. Comets, they're mainly ice, dry ice, rocks and all of that stuff, but it's the speed. Because you got to understand that as the Earth melts the dry ice, it sort of propels it. It gives it speed. Okay? A comet hitting Earth, that's some shit. I be liking that crazy shit, but that's some shit I don't even want to be a part of. I hope I'm long gone when that happens. Halley's Comet is very slim. Very slim. I can't even give you the slim number, but it's very slim. But Halley's Comet is a possibility. It could. Very slim, but it could adjust its orbit within the next, it's been gone for a minute. But the course of that time to come back, by 2062, it could adjust its orbit. And it could be smack on the Earth. Now, Halley's Comet is 20 miles long. The shit that killed the dinosaurs was only 6. Halley's Comet would smack this Earth so hard, it would bring molten lava. It would spit molten lava in the air. And I don't give a fuck if it hits the ocean. It doesn't matter. It's like getting hit. Alright. An asteroid hit is just like your son got a roll of pennies and you got your hands behind your back and you say, hit me. Your son hit you. Let's say he about 13 to 15. Your son hit you, tee off on you. Boom. Okay? Halley's Comet is like Mike Tyson. You getting on your knees or standing up. Your hands behind your back. And you tell him Mike Tyson. Bare hand. One good hit. That's the difference. It would be a beautiful sight, I might say. But if that hit, it won't be no slow shit. It won't be no, the vegetation died. The trees are slowly dying. This is the Walking Dead. I don't have no food. No, motherfucker. If that shit hit, it's going to send a heat shock wave that will cover the whole planet. And that shit probably be going faster than the speed of sound. You see what I'm saying? I mean, when it hit, you probably won't have time to call everybody you know. Put it like that. That shit would send a wrap around this planet, and then everything would be damn wiped off this planet. Buildings, cars. We talking about heat, melted crust, hot air, molten lava, everything just a wipe clean. That's just like the earth just refreshing itself, you know? Like after that, the earth would be like, oh, that feels so good. I was tired of those motherfucking humans. That's what happened. Now, like I said, I like stupid shit. I like scary shit. I want to see a UFO. Shit, I probably want to be abducted by a UFO. Just because. You know? Hey, you probably can get it in with, one of the the female aliens that want to take your sperm back to their planet. You never know. You probably got kids in another planet. But a comet, I want no parts of that. All right. Number three. Let's see. What's number 3? Woo. Gamma ray burst. No, that's not when you hitting abroad. No. This is gamma ray burst, baby. Basically, this is like a beam of high energy radiation particles ripping through space at the speed of light. Okay? So basically what you get here, you got a big ass sun that's probably 100 times bigger than our sun. Because from what I've seen, our sun is a little bitch compared to all these other suns out there. You know what I mean? But just say you get a big sun, right? And this sun is about to go. Instead of exploding out all out, like in a supernova, this sun releases all its energy in its poles. Your poles at the top, your poles at the bottom, right? The axis poles. So you got this energy just shoots into space. Full radiation beam just shoots into space. Top pole, bottom pole, it shoots into space. It's like a flashlight beam, but just radiation. You get that? Anyway, and whoever or whatever is in the direction of the beam that shoots up, the top beam and the south beam, good night, baby. Good night. All right, so let's bring Earth in this. For this to happen, Earth will have to be in direction of either the North Pole axis or the South Pole axis. Let's turn this sun sideways and just say it's about 1,400 light years from here. Okay? All of a sudden, this star explodes and releases all its energy. That beam shoots through space, speed of light. Guess what's in the path? Earth. The part of Earth that's hit by this beam will be scorched. I mean, crushed instantly. So if you on that part, you will feel nothing. You will know nothing. You will see nothing. You will just be talking shit to your peoples. Then all of a sudden, it's hot for about a millisecond. And that's all you remember. Now, not only that, it burnt everything from the crust, the fucking atmosphere, the ozone layer, and all of that. Everything is toasted. Everything is well fucking done. Now, on the other side of the earth, all you would notice is, damn, it's hot in the month. Temperature and outside would probably go up to 200 degrees, 150 degrees. The temperature will rise. I don't know how much, but you will feel the temperature as the sun's rays and all the radiation from space gets into the earth past the ozone layer that was burnt out. And you know how that ends. Now, that's another slow death. Actually, it's half-half. Because the side of the planet that gets the beam, that is going to be quicker than the flick of a switch. And the crazy thing is, NASA scientists would never know. They would never know. That shit would just like somebody just flick the light on. Bzzz. Now, however long that beam is, that beam can be billions of miles long. So that beam is just coming and just hitting Earth, just scorching it. Everything black on that side of the Earth. Now, you want to ask yourself, it's probably a stupid thing to ask, but which side would you want to be on? The quick burn or the slow burn? Can't eat. Your kid's starving. Everybody fighting for food. Everybody killing it. Motherfucker, they turning us to cannibals. People eating people. No drinking water. Last leg. You over there eating fucking rats and shit. Whole. Live. What is it? Which one you want? Something to think about, right? Alright, let's keep it pushing. I don't like that one. That one's scary. Scary. Okay, we getting real here, baby. Number 2. Black hole. Now, just say we chilling, we start to get static in our TV. Our phones acting up. We don't know what the fuck going on. The news reporting, high radiation. NASA reported high radiation, but they don't know where it's coming from. You know why? Because there's a big ass black hole that's creeping up to our solar system. Now, you can't detect them unless they are eating on a planet or they eating on a star. Then they will create the energy and they can be seen, from the radiation or whatever. Okay? So, this scenario I have a couple left hooks or right hooks before you get to the finishing move. As the black hole gets close to our solar system, the planets will start to be thrown off their orbit. Not only that, some will be slung into space. So we talking about a black hole that's 1 billion miles wide. Right? Now, they say black hole, it is a spiral, what's that word I'm looking for? A circle shape. I've been drinking, pardon me. A spherical shape. All right? But it has so much. The gravitational pull is so fucking strong that light can't even escape it. You know how you see a planet and it has beautiful colors? This motherfucker is so fucking powerful that you won't be able to see no colors. It would just be a black void. That's what they call a black hole. Anyway, at this point in time, it'd be too late for anybody to do anything. Because you would notice through telescopes that the outer planets are acting very crazy or disappearing as they get slung out into space. Now, it's a possibility that it will really show its face when it goes for the big boy, and that would be Jupiter, our big brother, and it would hit that before, so you would just see it sucking. But this thing is so goddamn big that it will probably just break Jupiter up and just spaghetti it into little pieces anyway. But it's mainly going for our star. That's the most energy in our solar system, and it wants to suck our star dry, right? Now, there's a few things that can happen with this. So I'm going to break it down to the 3 within this number two. One, we could, with the crazy gravitational pull that's going on from the planets going to whack and this black hole going to whack, we could have our moon crash into us, and that shit would be crazy. That would be more like, that would be worse than a comet because the moon is big as shit. So the moon would basically, the whole mantle of the earth will regenerate itself in molten lava, and you would never know our existence on this planet. The second is the black hole gets close to us and it just rips this planet apart. That would be scary to see too, because our gravity, because the closest it gets to that side of the planet, our planet that it's on, that will sort of bulge out. So our gravity will be going, hey, on this planet. And all of a sudden, the planet would just give way and just crumble apart while people is fucking screaming. And it would be a sight to see. But, yo, that shit is crazy. But it's not worse. There's one more. This one is a little bit worse than that. All right, the next one is we get slung into space with a couple other planets. So, say we get slung into space just say it attacks our sun. Say it misses us altogether and attacks our sun and slowly devours our sun. So we see this shit, right? And as the sun get devoured, the gravitational pull of the sun gets less and less. And one of our orbits we just sling right out into space. Slow burn. Just go into space. The sun gets smaller, smaller, smaller. At that point, all the plants, vegetation would start to die, and the temperature will probably go down to probably, I don't know, 200, minus 200 degrees, something like that, or even further than that, and will crust over. Everything would turn rock solid. People would just turn rock solid. Everything would be sort of locked in this rock solid ice. And we would stay like that. Solid. We'd be frozen into time. Everybody. And we would stay like that until we either get captured by another star millions of years into the future, or we just stay like that until, I don't know, we crash into something else. So that is the three things that could really happen with this number two thing, far as a black hole. Now, all of this shit I'm saying is very rare, but it's not impossible. All of this shit can happen. It can. Everything that I'm spitting can actually happen. Okay. All right. And number one, our sun going supernova. Okay. Our sun is over half of its lifespan. I think it got another 4 billion years to go. And it's going to swell up. This is going to happen. It's going to swell up to the point that it burns us completely. I think it's going to even grow past us. It's not going to get to Mars, but it's going to grow past us. And I don't think it's going to destroy the whole planet. I think the whole planet will be burnt to a crisp. And as it slowly recedes, the Earth will still be there. But anything that the Earth was will be no more. That's going to happen. But this supernova is something different. I mean, right now, tomorrow, just say. Okay. Sunlight takes about 8 minutes to get here. So if the sun blew up right now, we wouldn't know to 8 minutes. Will we have warning? I don't know. I don't know. I think they do have satellites, orbiting around the sun. I'm not sure, but I think they do. And I think it's actual eyes, telescopes, and everything that's on the sun in a different rays. But let me break it down to you on this scenario. So, the sun is a ticking time bomb, right? So just say the chemical makeup of the sun, something go awry, whatever happened, I don't know. And the sun explodes. It goes supernova. You talking about this big object in the middle of our solar system just freaking explode like a grenade. The whoever's in the daytime, like you are in the daytime now, if you outside the heat and the radiation, you would basically turn into dust. Because we are talking about the enter $2 million. I said $2 million. See, I'm over here talking about what I want in my bank account. 2 million. The temperature of 2 million degrees Fahrenheit, right? Just get crazy and just boom. It won't be no noise because there's no noise in space, but I like the sound. And it's just flying. We sitting here la 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 like the fucking Smurfs, chilling. We don't know shit. And all of a sudden, whoever outside, you in the house, you in the car, it doesn't matter. This planet will get hit. You think that gamma ray burst was something? This planet will get hit with so much radiation, it'd just be freaking ridiculous. It doesn't matter what side of the planet you on. This planet will be electrified. When that happens, you can probably put your hand over your eyes, right? And you can probably see your bones. That's the amount of radiation that will be, radiation particles that will be charged to you. I hope I ain't fucking y'all day up, but I just like to let y'all know that shit can happen. The shit we going through today is, it's okay. We can work on that. We can be better people. We can fix things. We can get with the cops. We can work something out. We can live better. But it's shit out there that want this planet on a platter. And it don't give a fuck who live here. It don't give a fuck if you white, black, Asian, Hispanic. It don't care. So, I just like to do different shit, talk about different shit. Just make you think about different shit. So, whenever you go outside, taking out the trash at night, or going somewhere, before you get in your car, right after you close your door, your side door, your front door, your back door, just look up. Look up. Just look up and say, I respect you. Just look up and just nod, It's crazy out there. Like I said, all of these things are very rare, but they can happen. But that supernova, you can be chilling, and then it'd be a wrap after that. I'm not laughing because I'm psycho or anything, but it's crazy. But instead of thinking about, just the bad shit, remember that, you beat all the other sperm. Remember that. So when you're having a bad day, say, yeah, damn, you know what? I was a fast sperm. I got to that egg, ovary, or whatever it's called. I got there first. Just remember that when you're having a bad day. All right, my peoples, thank you for listening. And I hope you learned something today. Just do your own research. Respect space, man. You don't see it every day. A lot of people don't look up. But respect that shit. Because that motherfucker will bitch slap us at any moment. Alright? Alright, everybody. You have a wonderful Monday. Get that money, alright? Peace. Hey, if you wanna help this channel or support this channel, just go to patreon.com/don'treadmymind. Alright? Check it out. Have a wonderful Monday, everybody. One love.